Multi-billion dollar commercial investors are stepping into the residential property game, and this is going to put even more pressure on the rental system. So today I want to talk about build to rent. Build to rent is a way of investing in properties at the larger commercial level. So property developers normally will go out, buy some land, run some plans, build a bunch of apartments, and then sell it to the open market. But what we're seeing now are institutional investors that are coming into Australia and seeing it as a gold mine and a golden opportunity to buy high quality assets and rent them out at really good rates. They can see that the rental market will continue to climb over the coming years. This article above talks about the fact that Tim Gurner and Qualitas, the fact that they have secured $2 billion from offshore institutional investors to put it into Australia and to build these buildings and rent them all out. It's a really interesting article. It goes into explain that they're on track to achieving their goal of building 5,000 apartments worth more than $5 billion. Now, you have to ask yourself as a property investor, as a potential property buyer, if these commercial investors, these sophisticated private investors are looking at residential real estate as a long-term viable option for their portfolios, is there something that you're missing? And perhaps should you be looking at the types of investments they're making and doing something similar? Now, I find this really interesting because we've been talking about this for a while, and we've been paying attention to the fact that it's been happening overseas for a long time. As you can see just here, units as high as 11%. So the ownership of rental apartments in America are as high as 11% for these private institutions, where it's only just started in Australia. So that's a huge portion of the rental market in America owned by these private organizations. Now, as an investor, you should be looking at this and saying, well, there is an opportunity for me to get into this market and copy or piggyback off these institutional investors and do what they're doing. They're onto something here. They can see that the supply of apartments in these metro cities around Australia are undersupplied, build costs are going up, and they can also see that the rents are going to keep on climbing. We've got migrants coming into the country, lots of students, and tourism is back. Pay attention to these articles. There's more and more of these investors coming into Australia. Happy investing, everybody.